Hey, what's up everybody, Mark here, and today we got a new update for the Model 3 here. Just landed the new update. Let me see what it is here. 2019 36, oh, go away, dot 2.1, which is the characters on it are EA322AD. And we're going to take a look at the release notes. We'll see what's in here. I think there's, they've said something about like the one pedal driving and then also some power increases. We're going to see what's actually in here. So, all right, so we're going to take a look at the release notes in here and see what we got. Looks like a few things. We got a stopping mode, scheduled charging, or scheduled departure rather, a power increase, and automatic navigation. I'm digging a lot of these. A power increase, I'm not too sure about. Let me see how that's actually going to come about. So stopping mode, as you guys know, we have like the creep and the roll, and then you have the hold, which I really love the hold. When I come to stoplights, I can take my foot off of it and hover my foot right over the accelerator and then go when I'm ready. So I think this is going to be pretty awesome here. And it's also saying in there in those notes that the hold setting maximizes range and reduces brake wear by continuing to provide regenerative braking at speeds lower than approximately 5 miles per hour or 8 kilometers an hour. That's pretty good, because I would let off the accelerator before and have to time it. I think we're still going to have to time it when we let off the accelerator to see when we're going to make a stop here, but I think that's still pretty good. So then I'm going to try all three of them out for us so that we have that, but I think I'm going to be sticking with the hold and that, you know, added regenerative braking there. So to change your stopping mode setting, tap Controls, Driving, Stopping Mode while in park. So we'll go ahead and do that in just a minute. Next we're going to look over is scheduled departure. Now, if you're like me and you drive to work every day, or if you go somewhere every morning at a particular time, then I think you're really going to like this one. One of the things that that I do is about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock every morning, I have to get out and go take care of some stuff. So I want my car to be charged about then and get it up to either the max if we're going on a trip, or if we're going just around town at 90% charge. So it's now easier to have your car comfortable and ready to drive with scheduled departure. What? Okay. Location, select time. You want the car to be ready. Once your specified time is set, the car will schedule charging to complete before peak electricity rates begin, 6 a.m. So, well, that's pretty cool, because I guess in a lot of locations after 6 a.m. or certain times that there are peak hours. I don't think we have peak hours here in our area. I'm going to actually check that out and see, because that helps. So you're using more energy in the morning time. And it's not on peak time. That actually works out pretty good. All right. So it also starts climate control so the cabin is comfortable at the set departure time. That's pretty neat, especially in Florida. When it is hot out, inside the garage, my car usually averages around 85 to 87 degrees. Yes, in the garage. I think it's just because of the battery heat, the charging, and being in the garage. Simple as that. So that's going to be something pretty good there. It can precondition the car so that it has the cabin ready to go for me. All right. The next thing is that we have, there's a note here. It says, note, scheduled departure will not precondition your car if it has less than 20% battery remaining. This feature improves and replaces the setting previously named Smart Preconditioning. I don't remember seeing Smart Preconditioning. I don't know. I never seen it. So if you've seen that, let me know in the comments, because I didn't see that in mine. And the infamous here, as you saw from China, there may be some stuff that was going on over in China with one pedal driving and power increase and also range increase. Well, the power increase is listed here, but I don't see a range increase. It says your car's power has been increased by approximately 5%, improving acceleration and performance. I charged my car up today, and we were planning on going somewhere, and I have a 240-mile standard range, but it's still reading 220 when I get to the full. So yes, I'm weary about that 5% increase. I don't know. Maybe there is a 5% increase, but I know that when I fully charged my car today, we were planning on going on a trip and then we had to stop. My 240-mile range, standard range plus, got up to 220 miles on the dot. And then 90% is the 200 and whatever it is, 205 or 202, 190. I don't know. But it seems like my car is now a standard range car, not the standard range plus. And the techs and everybody I've talked to says this is normal. And you've probably seen this on the forums too, that this is normal, this range. Because this number up top is just an estimate on range that EPA gives, something mumbo jumbo like that. But I wish Tesla would just lie to me and say that when I fully charge my car, it's at 240. And when I leave the house, let it drop down. But I want to see 240 every time I charge. Simple as that. And then when I leave, then adjust it based on conditions. All right, so back to the release notes. That's my rant for the day, so I'm sorry. All right, so back to the release notes. We're going to do the scheduled departure. We got that power increase and automatic navigation. Now, automatic navigation might not be beneficial to you if you don't use a calendar. You have to use your calendar and sync it to your car. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your car is not going to know where you're going. So it reads your calendar, and if there's an address entered into it, then it's going to take you to your likely destination when you get in your car. And it says automatic navigation routes you to your locations associated with your upcoming calendar events. To work when leaving home in the morning, Monday through Friday, and home when leaving work in the afternoon, evening, Monday through Friday. I wonder why they capitalize home. Someone that's an English major may, home and work is capitalized. Maybe that's, I don't know. Automatic adjust navigation, tap controls, navigation, automatic navigation to set your work and home addresses. We have that. My work and my home address is the same, so it doesn't really work out for that. But it's the same, and it works. All right, so we're going to get out here and get a drive. I want to drive this car around. I want to test out the hold. I want to test out the regenerative braking. I've been hearing, well, I'm on 202 miles, so we may not have really good regenerative braking. But I want to test this out and see what exactly is going on because I'm hearing it's pretty cool. We'll do the 0 to 60 and a 50 to 80 to 100 mile test here. I don't have an accelerometer here to check it, so we're just going to have to do it on screen and count the numbers. I'll put a timer in, and we'll see how that goes. And in addition to that, with this new update, I want to see if Autopilot improved. I have a road over here that makes a really sharp 90, and it never can make it around it. It's a curve, but it can't make it around. So I want to see if this time this can make it through there. And I go through at about 25, so let's get out there and start driving. All right, so cruising along at 40. We have that 5 mile an hour offset to the speed limit. I'm bringing it down to about 32 here. When we get up to the traffic light, what I want to do is I want to just let the car, I want to estimate my stopping point like I normally do. I've been getting pretty good with that. So I'm going to take it off autopilot here in just a second, and we'll come to a complete stop here. A little squirrely there, huh? So we're going to take it off to a complete stop here, and right about here I can time it. Wow, that regenerative braking is a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger here. So amazingly, that stopped to that point, and yeah, pretty crazy. So when we come to the stop sign, my foot's off the brake. You can see right there I don't have any type of foot on the brake there. Well, you can't see it, but trust me, I didn't. And it put it into automatic hold from that position. But regenerative braking seems stronger now. So in regenerative braking, I have it in standard. I didn't put it in low. So here we go. Look at that. Come to a complete stop. I'm going to put my turn signal on, and we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see here. Thank you. So yes, regenerative braking seems stronger to me. I got to get my friends around, see if we can't get a test, see from the old software to the new software if regenerative braking is a bit stronger. But back there, that was pretty good. I have to reset my timing to figure out where I need to let off the accelerator here to come to kind of a complete stop like that. But it worked. It did really well. Roll and creep, I'm going to try that one. I don't really care for either one of those, but I don't know. One other thing that I was going to say is that when you're on an incline and if you touch the accelerator, your car will roll back like a manual car would, like if you let off the brake and you have the clutch in and all that. So I want to test that out too and see if that works. So this is that turn that I was talking about, guys, right here. This is a really sharp 90. Let me show you on the map what it looks like. It looks just like that. We're going to come through it right at the speed limit because that's where I have most trouble at. And there it goes. Oh, that was a little jerky. Yep. And went outside the lane right there. So even in this autopilot version that came with the new update here, it still has a little bit of jerkiness going around that turn, and that is exactly how the other one was as well. So I'm going to come up to this car here a little bit faster than normal and see when I let off the brake if it actually will slow down on its own. All right, came to a complete stop. We are not in autopilot, as you guys can see right there, but we are, in fact, come to a good hold right there. So if I let off of this, what happens? I'm on a little bit of an incline. Yeah, the car kind of settled, but it went right back into hold. That's pretty cool. So if I creep forward just a little bit, Awesome. This may have fixed that rollback. If you guys have had the rollback issue, this may have fixed it. So what we're going to do is we are going to jump into the driving, and we're going to go into, oh, I got to put it in park. So we're going to go into roll. Roll when pedals are released. So that's the old, like if I go into here now, put it back in drive. So there it goes. It is creeping forward and rolling. It's not going to stop. You're going to have to put it back. And then when we jump into creep, let me put it in park. Do I have enough time? Driving. We're going to put it into creep. This will act just like your standard car with a standard transmission with a gas engine in it. When you let off, it will start to creep and roll forward like that. And then we'll put it into to some acceleration there. All right. Feels a little bit more spunkier. So we're going to test that 0 to 60. I'm going to take my wife out for a minute just so she can hold the camera and do that. So we'll get that set up, go on the interstate, and get ourselves up to speed there. We've got ourselves here where we can do a 0 to 60 full-on test, and let's do this right here. So we're going to start off at 0, and here we go. And 60, there we are. So I don't know what that is in seconds. I'll put an overlay on the screen so you can see it. I tried my apps. They just didn't work really well. I noticed a little bit of power increase, maybe in the mid-range, but I don't know if my battery's too low now. We've got 77 miles on it. But yeah, we're going to try now a next test from 60 to 100 and see how that handles and get us there. So stand by. All right, we're going to try a real-world situation here. Coming onto an on-ramp from like 50 to 80 is probably a realistic number when you're coming onto an interstate like this, getting up to highway speed. So let's check it out. We're gonna hold at 50 and see what that time frame is right there. There's 50, and here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, there's 80 and 100. Okay. So that's basically the speeds. I don't really have anything to judge on before. I probably should have done a test beforehand, but those are the speeds right there from 50 to 100 and then also 0 to 60. So let's see how autopilot works here. I'm going to turn and try and get over next to this car right here. The slowdown was perfect. It captured the lane. It stayed with this car right here. It did not try to pass it. Lane change worked really well. We're going to get back over and get around this guy right here. All right, we've got a car pulling out in front of us. Let's see what it does. That slowdown was really smooth. Again, I don't know if there's any autopilot version update. I didn't even check that in here to see if there's anything changed with the autopilot version. That is my fault there. But still, the deceleration when a car pulls out in front is really smooth and slow, and I think that worked really well. So right now I've got it in roll mode, I think it is. We're going to be creeping towards this car. I got to stop it. I don't like that after being so tuned to having the car stop for me and having that. I'm going to put this guy back into hold mode. My favorite one, and again, it says down here, maximizes range. So it's going to use that regenerative braking all throughout like the slower speeds now. And it feels stronger than it did before. So we're back on autopilot, and I got to find a hill for us to be able to check that incline and see if it works well. Where this RV is coming out, this is a perfect location. We're going to see if the car rolls back or if it will capture itself and stop that roll. So let's get over here. Yeah, this one looks pretty good right here. If I don't get a nail in my tire from this construction. All right, so there's a little bit of an incline here. We've got it on hold, and I'm going to go up to the peak of this right here. I'm going to let it go and see what it does. All right, it holds. So if I tap the brake or if I tap the accelerator, I love it. I absolutely love it because we're not rolling backwards. I'm going to put it in neutral and see what happens. So you guys can see once I put that in neutral, we are rolling backwards pretty sharp right there. This is such a good fix. I don't know if you guys knew this before, but if you accidentally tap that, oh, that's so good. So I'm out of hold right now, but it's still holding the car. It's not letting it roll back. And that was a big problem for me a while ago because I was on some hills and, you know, if you bump that accelerator the tiniest bit, the car will move forward. But if you let off, that hold is gone. But now, with the new update, the hold will not let you roll back. So we're going to put it now into that roll mode and the other one. So we got driving, and then we're going to put it into roll mode. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're in drive right now. And if I let off of this here while I'm in hold and I tap that button, see how this rolls back? This rolls back just like this. And this is that roll mode. So this will roll forward and just keep on rolling until you basically have nothing, no motion or movement in the car if you come to a flat level ground like that. We're going back to hold mode because it's fixed. It's nice. It works out great. Where are we at? Autopilot driving, and then park, and then hold mode. It's not coming out of that, guys, so we're going to get out of here. Man, that was pretty awesome. Let's see how this takes off from a turn. That was pretty quick, but I don't know if it is 5% increase. I don't have the stats before because I really didn't check 0 to 60. I don't have a performance model. I have a standard range plus. Nothing fancy or special with it other than it's a Tesla and it's got autopilot on it. That's about it. All right, so we come to a... I think it's detecting the cars in front of us. Or is it? I don't have cruise control on. I don't have autopilot on. And then hopefully when we get to this light, I'm going to let off the accelerator and see what actually happens here when we come to a car stopping in front of us. All right, here we go. We're going to test it. I'm going to put my foot over the brake just in case. This car is turning in front of us. Yeah, it's not going to stop. So that hold mode, even though it does regenerative braking, it's not going to stop for you. When there's no cars in front of you, you still have to time it. As you guys heard and saw right there, you're going to need to still be able to put on brakes if a car puts in front of you. So don't let that added regenerative braking and that other bits of security on there give you a false sense of security. You are still going to have to hit the brakes if you're coming up to a car. All right, so I hope you guys appreciate this video. I am going to get home. I'm going to get this squared away. I think this new update is pretty cool. It's got some good features. It is not like the features in the previous one when we had the summon and some of the other stuff with the car there, but this one is still a great addition to it. I am going to be in hold mode. Let me know down in the comments what you're going to keep your car in. I think it's going to be pretty cool for everything. I really, really, really wanted to find out if that rollback would work in this one. In the previous hold, if you touch that accelerator, the car would roll back. So they must be listening to feedback and also making sure that for safety that you don't roll back into a car, which those are low impact crashes and probably don't get reported to the police, but probably get reported to Tesla, because I guarantee you that is a very big thing that happens. Because it almost happened to me just because my foot brushed the accelerator, and when it did, the car started rolling back ever so slowly, and I wasn't paying attention. I was probably looking out and just didn't see the motion in the car there, and it just bumped back and tapped, almost tapped the car. It didn't hit it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribing. Hit that bell button. I'll see you guys again soon, and we are out of here.